going to be covering smarter partner marketing and how to automate that with your partners. So what we often see is that partners struggle to run effective campaigns on their own. And the reason for this is usually because it's too complex, too time-consuming, and sometimes even too costly for these partners. They work with like multiple suppliers that all have different processes. And if these other suppliers also want them to run demand generation campaigns for them, they don't have the time to do it with all of those vendors. And the partners that struggle the most with this, or suffer the most, are usually the long-tail partners. These are the smaller partners within your network that typically don't bring in as much business or value as the top-tier partners. So as a result, they get less vendor support. But the top-tier partners, these guys are usually a small portion of your landscape. And the top-tier partners, they usually want to differentiate themselves, and they want a more hands-on strategic approach. So if you were to build a marketing platform for your top-tier partners, it'll likely be completely different requirements than the long tail. It'll probably be too complex for the long tail to use. For the long tail partners, you need automation. What partner marketing automation is, we can start with the basics. So you, the company, you work with a network of local partners. And these local partners typically have a set of known contacts. And the known contacts are usually their social media followers, their newsletter subscribers, or even their customers. It's people they're aware of that have some interaction with them. But beyond that, there's a much, much bigger cloud, which is the unknown audience. These are people in their local areas that are not in their databases. Maybe they're not aware of this partner. And this is completely untapped opportunity for those partners. So the two different types of partner marketing automation, which we call PMA, the first one is organic PMA. And with organic PMA, you push ready-built social and email campaigns directly through your partners' databases to their known contacts, creating awareness and driving engagement and demand within their databases. But to go beyond that, we can use paid media PMA, which allows you to tap into that unknown audience through running local Google ads and Bing ads for your partners in a centralized way. So altogether, it gives you full funnel visibility and true partner-led growth, nurturing what's already there for the partners and then unlocking what's not. So these are some of examples of the email campaigns and social media campaigns that the platform pushes. And on the side here, you see the landing pages. So if you want your long-tail partners to market effectively for you, you need to remove every single barrier. Any manual work that partner needs to do, whether it's create an ad or edit a landing page or push out some social post, it just reduces the chances of them doing it at all and probably won't do any campaigns with you. So if you automate this for them, it actually frees up their time to follow up on these leads. And getting partners to participate has always been a bit of a tricky situation, but ultimately they have two options, right? They either don't use the partner marketing automation and they're guaranteed to get 0 results, or they subscribe and participate to use the partner marketing automation and they get at least something. They either get traffic, awareness, or leads. So the real question isn't, does partner marketing work? It's how much effort do you need to see value from it? And the answer with automation is very minimal. But how do you engage with your known contacts to create sales opportunities? I think it's really important to consider that when you're talking about organic PMA, which are social and email campaigns, it's a volume game. So on average, you need about 10,000 social media touchpoints or 11,100 email touchpoints to create just one sales opportunity. So let's break that down. If your partner on average has about 500 followers or 500 email subscribers, you need around 22 emails or 20 social posts just to create one sales opportunity. And that explains why a lot of partner marketing campaigns fall short. It's not because the content isn't good. It's because the volume just isn't there. So by introducing automation, you're removing those barriers, you're creating consistency, and you're allowing the partners to hit these numbers with minimal effort. But when you start to tap into the unknown audiences, it's slightly different. So research shows that online search is the #1 digital touch point within the buyer's journey. Whether you're buying a house, whether you're buying a phone, or whether you're buying software, it usually starts and continues to include digital search in the journey. So when people are searching for solutions, you want your partners to be up there on that search. When it comes to partners actually conducting marketing activities, this slide is actually, I think it's 4 years old. We got it from Forrester. So the numbers on the right-hand side here have probably changed. I'd imagine they're doing more digital ads and probably less telemarketing. But that red bubble on the left-hand side, that's still consistent today. We see that a lot of partners still heavily rely on traditional marketing activities, or worse, they don't use the marketing budgets that you're giving to them. So most of the budget actually gets untouched, and that's not because they don't want to market or they don't want these budgets. It's because they don't know how, and they don't know how to use it because it might be too complex for them, or they just don't have the time. So this is where there's a real gap for paid media partner marketing automation. It allows you to get the partners to use their funds towards high impactful digital ads. But the problem is that the way that companies traditionally run Google Ads with partners is on a one-to-one approach. So it's usually each partner has a custom campaign that's manually built one by an agency. It's slow, it's not as effective, and it's definitely not scalable. So partner teams typically need something better, something centralized and automated. And that's why Impartner has created this partnership with Google. We have created a unique, one-of-a-kind solution that allows you as a vendor to centrally launch Google Ad campaigns on behalf of your partners, making it easy for them and scalable. And this is the way that it works. It's on a one-to-many approach. So this is how we add scale to it. So you can configure one Google Ad campaign, you get the partners to register their interest, you as the vendor then can decide which partners you want to include, and this is typically ones that align to your campaign goals or ones in key markets. And then this is where the magic happens. It creates personalized, co-branded Google Ad campaigns for each of your partner. So when you this is what it looks like once these campaigns are activated. Each red pin there represents a partner in a local region, and based on geo-targeting, when people are making searches in their local area, a local partner will come up. As you can see on the right-hand side here, when somebody is searching commercial security systems, instead of Honeywell's generic brand ad coming up, a local reseller they can trust comes up, powered by Honeywell. And just to give you an example of what these ads look like, as you can see here, on the top left-hand side and top right-hand side, it's personalized for each partner with their logo and their contact details. That's the only thing that we personalize. We don't change the actual content, because if you're running these campaigns for 100 or 500 partners, you want to capture that big data to be able to optimize and align the campaign to get the best results. And that's where AI has become a huge part of this now. So instead of getting somebody or a team to manually optimize bids, choose keywords, set the targeting, you can let predictive and generative AI do that for you now. So the AI can dynamically adjust the bids, it can suggest high-performing content for you, and it can tweak the targeting for you. So as you can see on the right there, it's like having a world champion digital marketeer doing this for you 24/7 on your campaigns. And then finally, how you combine the paid media with the organic PMA. So traditionally, what we've seen in our customer base, this is data that we've taken from users of the platform, is within a 12-month period, if you're consistently running campaigns, 15% of that database is likely to turn into sales opportunities. But after 12 months, of course, that database gets exhausted and it doesn't provide the same amount of numbers. So by adding the paid media to it, you're fueling those databases. You're adding more contacts into your partners' databases, which then averagely increases that by 25%. So you're getting 40% of those databases are turning into opportunities. If you were to just run Google Ads on their own without the traditional organic partner marketing automation, that usually results in 30% of them turning into sales opportunities over the course of 12 months. So, but by combining them both, that's how you get the best results. And that was it. Short and sweet.